here, I'll be on that spot. But we're gonna... Whoa, 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 I didn't want to do precise maneuver. Thank you. Precise maneuver is pretty awesome as well. But we're gonna be adjusting this. Here's a little trick, by the way. Normally this is my apoapsis, but as soon as you see that flip, that's when you start circularizing. So let's adjust this a little bit. There, to move that outward. 242, 252. There we go. So this tells me now, this is another mod, better burn time. This is normal to have the estimated burn and the speed, etc. And when the node is, this tells me exactly when to burn. So let's unveil the Cha-Cha. Keep thrusting that phallic object. Oh god, that is not going to be the emote. That is not going to be the emote. So we will point at the maneuver node. This is the magic of reactor wheels. Normally you wouldn't be able to do it this clearly. There we go. Now while we're here, let's configure Cha-Cha. So when Cha-Cha is at low power, turn off the scanner. When it's at high power, turn it on. That way we can make sure that he's never really going to kill off the satellite by just leaving the energy low. Now we don't matter with the radiation, we don't care whether it's linked or unlinked really. Although by this time, let's unveil our beauty here. If we use the gear command, one click, everything unfolds. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that just amazing? So here you see the weakness. How can it run out of energy? Well, when the sun is directly to the side. But there's no EVAs, there's no action buttons that I need. We don't need anything in atmosphere or space, it's not going to change. When it's in sunlight, no, don't care. Just sunlight or in shadow, I want you to keep on scanning. It's only when your power is low that I want this to be turned off. When it's high again, that we want it to be turned on. That's what we need. So, in the meantime, while we've been doing that, notice that the estimated burn of 40 seconds is going to be close. Now this node, the best way to burn for a node is to do half of your burning before it and half of it afterwards. That gets you the best precision for what you're trying to do. So you'll notice here in a moment, let's rotate by the way, you'll notice for one that we have way too much fuel on it. This circularized burn for 39 seconds. In our current stage we have 40 seconds already. And we still have a minute 30 on the other stage with 1500. This is a very inefficient rocket. Oh, I was already supposed to burn. That was the dots counting down there. Oh, Cha-Cha, these mods are amazing. Some of these mods, I say, are quality of life stuff. The better burn time, the trajectory, Kerbal alarm clock, Kerbal engineer. As far as I'm concerned, those should be in the base game. But some of these other mods, they have some real cool stuff as well. Okay, we will circularize the Cha-Cha. Let's see. See that little node trying to escape. Thank you for that follow. Now we're not circularized quite yet. It's okay for our purposes, but I want it to be a little bit better. So this, by the way, is precise maneuver. It helps us. As you can see right now, this is very imprecise. It's very hard to see how we shift. This one allows you to very carefully step by step add points, which is just amazing. Okay, 0.01. There we go. 262, 262. That's why I love this one. Precise maneuver really helps you carefully plan your actual maneuvers. Oh, there we go. We are fine with this. Oh, as you can see, this thing, it started scanning. Cha-Cha is starting to creep on all the world. Let's have a look. Okay. Do you see this? This is the scan, and this is why I wanted to make sure that we get in a polar orbit. Because now, as you can see, it's going to scan, I don't know, longitude, latitude? To be honest, I don't know the difference between the two. I mean, I know what the difference is, I just don't know which is which. But this is going to keep on scanning, and we need this at 75% for our mission here. Low altimetry scan of Kerbin. So Cha-Cha is going to keep on scanning for us for as long as we can. Now let's double check. Everything is set. One thing we want to set. The config. We don't want any messages about the battery, the supply. Thank you for that, follow. Or anything. Just maybe the reliability. If it breaks, if there's a malfunction, we want to see what's going on. For the rest, we can just leave Cha-Cha to it. He will scan all our stuff here. I want to show you this awesome thing as it flies over. This is the connection to the Kerbal Comnet it has. So it's scanning all the planet, and look, of course, what's going to happen as it reaches the North Pole. You can already see that it's starting to bend. That's because of... Whoa, there we go, it's loading. That's because of the projection, of course. We're using a square projection of a round surface. So we can actually choose one of the different maps. Kavraisky map. That, for example, shows you a bit more, a bit different projection and lets you see what's going on. But as this goes scanning, let's forward again a little bit. It'll pass right over the North Pole. That is beautiful. And look at what happens here. It'll quickly shift because, of course, now it's going to move from the North Pole. That thing shifts to the side, flips over the North Pole, and goes down the other side. And it will slowly hit all the points we need. As you can see, it'll move like this, then move forward, then move like this, and just basically keep on swapping lanes. I love this stuff. Longitude is the east-west axis. Ah! Thought that was like... See, I have the same thing. I should know. I know I should know. I just never really had any mapping type of thing. Okay, Kerbal alarm clock. We will set an alarm for it to reach its maneuver node, which is in 17 minutes. I just do that so that when I scan, I don't accidentally miss it. Because it will automatically slow us down, as you can see. To 1, and gives us a little warning on a time that we set for when we need to do something. So we just need to burn less than 1 second. That is a hell of a small burn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the limiter here so that we burn for about 8 seconds. The thrust limiter is going to work at 5% of its normal power. Let's say 10%. That just allows me to burn more carefully. Now look at this. The timer here. These are larger swaths of time, and the small ones are 3, 2, 1. So 3, 2, 1, burn. 3, 2, 1, stop. A little bit more. And we are circularized. Look at that. Look at that beautiful circularization. Perfect. You don't actually know anything about geography or maps? Oh, that's a good start. Latitude was east-west because it's lateral. Oh no, latitude is north-south. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Longitude is east-west. Wait, what? What? Latitude is north-south. Okay, longitude is east-west. Alex is right. Okay, okay. So the longitude is east-west, latitude is north-south. I'm gonna have to remember that, because that's gonna come up with these kinds of things. Okay. I think we've got a good stopping point. We've got Cha-Cha scanning away for us here. This is part of a contract. We will need to plant the same thing in orbit of the Mun and in orbit of Minmus. But a Mun flyby should be our next major goal. We can still... There's these 2 satellite missions that we should still do and get some money for. And, yeah, there's some EVA reports. That's going to be the start of the next stream. Just a calm... Maybe I'll do a quick stream tomorrow, just to do these EVA things. But I'd save the other ones for later. That might be a fun idea. For now, though, this is the thing where I'm going to be calling it. It's been a good 4 hours of streaming. I've had tremendous fun doing this. I love Kerbal. This game is so much fun. And here's the thing. We're at the start of the tech tree. The tech tree goes on to here, and it keeps on spinning out. It keeps on branching. I'm so looking forward to doing the other stuff. And as you can see, there's so many more contracts that we can do. We have unlocked tiny amounts of what we can do in this game. So this is gonna keep on going. I am having so much fun with this stuff. Really, when I'm not streaming this, at times I'm just doing shopping and I'm thinking, I could build a base like that. You know what? What if I build a rover and I change it around like this? It's great. Doing countdown and saying a little bit more. Pro mission control, luck. Luck. I have no defense against this. Confusing is that the lines of longitude run north-south because they're perpendicular to the axis they describe. That I can imagine, though, the lines around it. But let's face it, it's non-Euclidean geometry. Here's a weird one for you. We all know the rule that for a triangle, the angles add up to 180, right? That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, it's 180. Except, if you have 3 people on the Earth, and you draw lines between them, they should make a triangle. Except because it's mapped on a sphere, that makes it non-Euclidean. And the lines actually add up to more than 180. It's one of the few surfaces where 2 parallel lines, such as lines of latitude, meet up at certain points. Non-Euclidean geometry. It's amazing stuff. Sir Koala Bear, you are just too late indeed. Sorry for that. We've had a great run here, though. Hey, thank you, Alex. I'm glad that you're enjoying it, because I'm having so much fun with it. This is going to keep on going for a long while. Okay, here's a promise I can make to you. The regular stream is continuing on Saturday and Sunday. That's next week. Even though I'm on a holiday, I want to keep the streaming time carefully to a minimum, because I want to make sure to get loads of things done. Like, clean the place for once. Maybe I'm going to do a mission to just farm cash with those rover missions and that kind of thing. Maybe I'll do a surprise stream in the middle. but I won't do any of the big stuff. You can rest assured next Saturday is when we go to do the satellite things. Speaking of non-Euclidean geometry, have I played Antechamber? Yes, I have, and I finished it. That's not non-Euclidean geometry, though. That is technically fourth-dimensional geometry. It makes sense, sort of, if you try to think of the fourth dimension, but it still wrinkles your brain. Yeah, I'm just wrapping up. Gonna have to think about that? Okay. Remember still out. Oh! Huthor's right. Apparently I've been streaming for about 3 years. So pretty soon, we're just gonna do a fun Stellaris stream where Huthor, me, Jexus, I think Vampiric Fish, we're gonna get together and just stream for a day and play like a full game of Stellaris with each other. It's something we've been saying that we should do, so I think we should do it. That might be cool to do. Triangle always describes a plane surface, though, doesn't it? Yeah, a curved plane, though, when you apply to non-Euclidean geometry. So that's the weird thing. It's a plane, but yeah, if you map it onto a sphere, it's still a plane, it's just a curved plane, so the angles don't work out anymore. That's the weird thing about non-Euclidean geometry. A planar surface. It's interesting though. I'd have to read up on that because mathematics isn't my strong suit. It's just an interest. Okay, hey, we're keeping each other talking here, and I want to call it here and leave me enough room for a nice read. Let me see what we can do. If there's anybody we can host. Looks like... Oh no, that's a vodcast. Never mind. There is nobody I know who's online right now. In that case, I'm just going to wish you a nice evening. I thank you so much for being here, for joining me, having fun with me. Thank you so much for all the followers. And thank you for Chacha, who is the first person who actually directly subscribed to me. I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate you having fun with me here. I hope to see you next weekend then. For now, good evening.